Hey, all my viewers who are like, I don't like when mom and dad fight. Well, mom and dad are fighting tonight. Sorry, kiddos. We're not going to agree on this one.
This is the first time within review history that I have been on this guy's channel where we have not agreed on one movie.
This is our Siskel and Ebert cop and a half moment. This is and Carnosaur moment. Like, this is it. This is the moment. Oh, God, Luke, can't we just talk about Wonka some more? That was actually good.
I wish we could, but you got to do your job, buddy.
Fuck.
Just like we did when we talked about Freelance. You got to do your job.
I want to quit. Can I quit? Is that okay? Am I allowed to just say fuck it to the channel? No, it's okay. There are good movies coming. So you know The Family Plan, the movie that I had to literally look up the name to remember what it was called because it was so generic and bad. That movie looks like fucking Die Hard compared to this. The first Die Hard. By the way, what did Justin think of Die Hard? Fuck the review for a second. What did Justin think of Die Hard? I will actually want to.
We didn't get to see it, unfortunately.
Fuck!
I fell sick for a couple of days, so.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Okay, that's a good excuse.
But I'm fine. I'm fine now. I tested negative this time. We were able to go out tonight.
Thank Jesus. Well, no, but truly, thank goodness. But tell Justin, please, for the love of God, watch Die Hard.
I've been trying to tell him to do it, man. I've been trying to freaking tell him to go see Die Hard.
It's been too long, bro. You're too old to not have seen Die Hard by now.
Exactly, but he is going to get his license at some point. So by then, we're going to start probably going out of our way to actually see some smaller films at our theaters that our theater might not get. So that might actually be a good case scenario to help him out with the film, his film taste.
Let's talk about this movie. Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget. The title's also funnier than anything in the movie. Is directed by Sam Fell, and picking up where Chicken Run left off. Fuck, shit, whatever, chicken puns. Luke, you go. Fuck the plot. Luke, you go first. You go first because you actually like this piece of shit, and then it's my turn.
Well, first off, before I get my piece on it, this is my response to what I saw when I got out of Wonka. Hold on.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
My friend, you are blinded by the Aardman logo, and you weren't thinking critically. Be honest about it. And I would be too. They were often good. I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying this is a symptom of your positive review. Just like you were with Elemental. You saw the jumping lamp, and you were like, hey, Pixar! And you weren't able to see how shitty that movie was either. Just like the rest of the critical.
Not even close. By any means, dude. Not even close.
Okay.
Maybe because I was actually invested with where they were going. Maybe that's why. I was actually invested into it.
Or maybe you manufactured investment because Chicken Run was actually, the first one was actually good, and you had that in your mind while you were sitting through this. And you thought of a better movie because it's literally what this movie was built for. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Take it easy for me on this one, all right? Take it easy.
Go ahead. I'll let you say your piece, and then I'll unleash myself. Go ahead.
So all I'll say is, honestly, I dug this movie. Like, I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought that the characters they brought back were actually pretty well used for the most part. I loved Ginger and Rocky in this one together, and I love the animation is great though. You got to be real. Grant, give me this.
I agree with you on that one. Okay, that is the one point I will say in its favor is that the animation is good, but I said that about Elemental too. That's not going to give it a point.
Bruh.
Go ahead, though. Yeah, the animation was quite good. I will give you that.
I mean, dude, it's Aardman, so it's like, why would I not say so? Like,
let me put it to you this way. Cars 2 is a piece of shit, but it's made by Pixar, so it's a pretty looking piece of shit. Good animation.
Good animation, but it's still a steaming pile of shit. Like, that's what Cars 2 is.
So is Elemental. It's okay to admit it. Don't be blinded by the lamp. Go ahead.
I ain't admitting that one.
And so is Chicken Run 2, but yeah, go ahead.
I ain't admitting that one either. Like, plus, I've been waiting for a Chicken Run sequel for quite a while because I grew up with that
Everybody
original
has.
Chicken. Like, so when I saw that they were gonna put this one on Netflix, like, one, I was still really excited, but at the same time, it kind of caught my worries. But then,
It should have
Once
kept
the-
those worries going. I'm sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry, go ahead.
this is my piece, you piece of shit.
I know. Go ahead.
Anyways, as I was saying before, Grant rudely interrupted me. Anyways, but yeah, I thought that with what they did with the characters was pretty well handled. I actually really like the animation that they did with this Chicken Funland. I actually thought that was really interesting.
I actually agree with you on that. That was really nice.
I really liked that, and
Yeah.
even though I kind of knew with where they were going, with this plan, I actually still kind of invested to see where it was going to go. But once I saw the little remote control collars on them, I was like, oh, I know where this is going. But it was still able to keep me entertained. I thought it was still funny. I still thought the colors really popped on the screen. I liked the characters, and even though I know this is going to be a spoiler review, even though because
it won't be. I don't have the energy to spoil it. Just say your piece, and then let's move on.
I'll say it. The main villain of the original Chicken Run does return,
but her husband doesn't, which I find really strange. What happened?
I wish her husband did return though. That was actually that was like one of my only negatives with the film because I thought his presence was honestly very missed. Even though,
yeah.
But at the same time, I think at the same time, I don't think it would have added much to the story for me. Like, but other than that,
it would have been funny. That would have.
I mean, it still would have been funny. I mean, it would have probably made it funnier, but still, I'm not gonna. And excuse me once again on your interruptions. God damn it, Grant! What are you doing?
You can't get much funnier than above 0% funny, maybe 2% funny.
Durr, Mr. Durman.
Chicken Durr, Dawn of the Durr. You mean? I agree. It's not a good movie. Go ahead.
Fuck you,
Go ahead,
man.
Finish your piece. Don't got all night, homie.
Okay. I was gonna say, and again, most of the points you're disagreeing with me on, but who cares? This is my piece as of right now before we get to yours. Okay?
Go ahead.
I liked our new character, Molly. I thought she was a really cool character. And her getting to fight in the end, I actually thought was pretty well done. And this is Aardman, so they don't fuck around, dude. And I still thought it had some pretty good Aardman charm. So honestly, Grant, I'm sorry. I'm gonna give it 4.5 stars. Like
that's wonderful. I'm happy for you.
Now, no, you're not.
No, I'm not. But I'm trying to be nice. Okay.
You're clearly wanting to explode on me right now.
Look at this face. Look at its eyes. Look at its dead, vacant eyes. That is my expression for an hour and 42 minutes. Okay. You know what? That's wonderful, Luke. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Enjoy it. Admit it. It sucked. But anyway.
I ain't gonna admit nothing to you like that.
This is my response to this movie. Okay.
I knew that was coming at some point.
Let's begin. You brought up Molly. Let's begin with Molly. The worst character ever. The worst. Okay. This character, you talk about, the chemistry between Ginger and Rocky. What chemistry? They're barely in the same scene together. And when they are, they're doting over their daughter. This Molly character is a spoiled, screechy brat. And it makes it even sadder because she's voiced by Bella Ramsey, who was on The Last of Us. I can't believe this. I am genuinely... I love you, Luke. I do. Like a brother. I am baffled. I am absolutely baffled that you gave this movie a pass. How? I am just, wow. This movie sucked.
Bro.
Oh my god. Luke,
like,
brother.
can you be real with me on this, though? Did you think... Here, think about this for 1 second, dude. Did you think, like... I know this is a completely different movie, but I'm just going to point this out. Did you fucking think that I was going to give fucking Camp Hideout a pass? Hell no. That's worse than this.
Just
way worse than this.
I agree with you. That doesn't make this any better. It's still shit.
I'd fucking rather watch Chicken Run. I'm sorry. I would rather do that.
But that doesn't make it any less shit. You know what? No, you know what does make it more shitty, though, than Camp Hideout? Camp Hideout I went into with absolutely no expectations and got less than. Now, here's the most heartbreaking thing of all. As you mentioned, we've been waiting a long time for Chicken Run 2. That is true. 23 years. I saw Chicken Run in the theaters when I was 6 years old. That is how long it's taken for this movie to come out. Actually, 7, but still. 23 years later, and it's Aardman. Fucking Aardman, who made Wallace and Gromit and the first Chicken Run, which is actually a great movie. And again, you ruined it by having us watch Curse of the Were-Rabbit. It reminded me how fucking great that movie is. Okay? Early Man, which is alright. Flushed Away, which is alright. And Arthur Christmas, which is one of the most underrated Christmas movies ever, and is great, and is also The Pirates Band of Misfits. There's so many great movies.
Shaun the Sheep, the movie, which I absolutely love.
Both of them, but 1 and 2. And then freaking Creature Comforts. Like, so many great movies. This to me is no different than when Pixar made Elemental or Ghibli made Earwig the Witch. It feels like the creativity. Oh no, I scared him off. Crap.
I know you didn't scare me off. I'm just gonna say you're gonna be pissed at Jared. I'll just say that you're gonna be pissed at him.
The creativity, the heart, the humor, everything was taken out of it. The depth of it, the heart of it. This movie was so bad I actually almost cried because this was so disappointing. It doesn't benefit at all from the fact that, yes, I'm looking forward to this movie. I let you my piece now. My piece now. Whose channel is this?
That's payback, dude. That's payback for ruining mine.
It is payback. Fine.
But I was gonna say this though, because this will break your heart.
What?
You want to know what movie also almost made me cry because of how disappointing it was? Napoleon.
You know, but here's the thing.
I'm sorry, man. That movie disappointed me.
Okay, but here's the thing. Napoleon is a divisive movie. I can understand you not liking Napoleon because there are things about Napoleon that I didn't love about Napoleon. I get that.
But to be real with you, though, dude, there were parts of it that almost put me to sleep. Like,
that's fine. My point is, I have to say though, real quick, just a little sidebar. The best part of Napoleon is Mike's review of Napoleon. Boy, does that show how young he is. Literally, he said after seeing it, he gave it like 2 stars, and he said like, I mean, it was well done and everything. It's just that it just felt like a history lesson, and I was just like, it's a movie about fucking Napoleon Bonaparte, dude. What the?
But I felt like but I agree with them in some ways. Like the way that it was handled just felt like a really bad history lecture.
Oh, I don't think it was really bad. Now, come on, even you can admit there are good elements to that.
I'm gonna be real about that. There's things about it that work.
Joaquin Phoenix is great. Vanessa Kirby is great.
Yes.
The battle
well
scenes
made.
are really good. The battle scenes are really
It's well made. I love the battle sequences.
The ending is fabulous. I love the last scene a lot.
The last scene was iffy. But my biggest problem with it, they rushed so many things into production with that movie. They rushed almost everything.
They did. And that was my biggest issue too, is I said that like, I like this version. I think I'm gonna love the director's cut. I think it'll be better.
If the 4-hour cut makes everything better, then everything I just said can just go up my ass. Like, there you go.
Wow, what
just say that.
So anyway, this movie, And also the ending was a punch in the nads too, because it doesn't end. That's the other thing that bothered me, is that the movie, first off, it has two false endings and then it starts again. Like there's a moment in the movie about an hour in where you're like, wait, is it already ending? And then there's another climax. There's two climaxes, and then after the second climax, they're like, oh, they prepare for, oh, we have something else we need to do, another mission we have to do. And I'm like, wait a second, is this movie ending or not? It does, right as they're breaking back into the freaking chicken farm. Like, they're setting it up for a third one. Like, are you kidding me right now? Can we not, please? I was so angry. This movie, I will tell you the good things in this movie. What Luke said in regards to the animation. The animation is pretty. It's Aardman. Aardman's good at animation.
It's colorful.
That world, that sort of like whatever fantasy fun park thing that they do.
It's a chicken fun park. I think it's what they call it, the chicken fun park.
Really, they're really pretty colors. Some little fun details. I like the fact that the chicken feed is like rainbow colored. That's cute. Little things like that. And there is one laugh. There's one genuine laugh in this movie. Okay, and I'll tell you it right now. I'll save you the time and the trouble. The laugh is there's like a fake instructional video segment, like a instructional video within the movie's plot that they're watching, and it's the examples they have are like a mother and a son, and she's preparing chicken for him, and it's supposed to be like, how to make chicken nuggets basically, and they're talking, it's like, your mom makes chicken or whatever, but it's dry and dried out or whatever. And then it cuts to the little boy, the little animation. He's just like, "Mommy, this chicken is is bland and dried out." And the mom's just like this. She goes, "I hate you, Mommy." I laughed. That was the one part. I'm like, Nick Park wrote that line. That is an Aardman line. That was the one part where I'm like, okay, that was genuinely really funny. But that's it. Like everything else in this movie, the plot is a total rehash of the first one. The only difference they really make with it is the fact that it's the same villain. Like we mentioned, her husband's not there, so he was a funny character. He's nowhere to be seen. He, I guess, was killed between movies or something, because he's just nowhere. He finally divorced Miss Tweety. I don't know, but he's not there, and that's missing. All the side characters that, like, the comic relief, the mice are barely in it, and when they are, they have nothing funny to say, which was not the way it was in the first one. They were very funny. What's her name? The nerdy friend of hers, the one with, like, the blue hair.
Frizzle.
Yeah, the one who knits all the time. She used to be really funny in the first movie. She's not really funny in this. Every character just feels like... Every character from the first movie feels like it takes a backseat to Molly, and the Molly character is a sociopathically non-character. She's annoying. She's that kid. She's like Cousin Oliver from the Brady Bunch. She's just there to and it's the same old plot of, and then it also retroactively, like Shazam 2 did, makes the characters we did like from the first one unlikable, because like Rocky is a do-nothing and is just kind of is portrayed as kind of a dummy, which he wasn't in the first movie, and Ginger is portrayed in this like this overly, and I understand the trauma of the first one, I get it, as this like worrywart, like Marlin from Finding Nemo-esque character that is totally out of character for her. And then the Molly character is a spoiled brat who just shrieks at her mom about how and even if you understand her plight, even if you're like, oh yeah, that's really stupid that she's just constantly keeping her indoors, it's still all she talks about is, I wish you'd let me have some freedom. That's her whole character. And it's not cute. It's not charming. There's nothing about this character that makes me want to follow her on an adventure, which is not the way it was with the characters in the first movie. I'm sorry, Luke. I gotta say this. I'm giving it one of these. Middle finger of kindness, 0 stars. I hated this movie. I was so let down by this movie. I was genuinely angry when the credits rolled on this movie. I was so angry at the movie and then angry at myself that I wasted my time. I was so disappointed. I love the first one, and I'm just going to act like this second one never existed. I am so angry that they made this. 23 years and they had nobody put any effort really into this movie's plot, into its script, anything. It just was Oh, let's do a Chicken Run sequel. Is there a script ready? It's half done. These stupid kids will like it. That's just a waste. That's such a waste. And like a lot of the reviews I've read for it that are from like critics on Rotten Tomatoes, like, yeah, well, this is a perfect movie to show your 6-year-old. I'm like, you could show your 6-year-old a video of someone jingling keys in front of them for an hour and a half. It doesn't make it a good movie. You have to have a movie that at least has some level of ambition to appeal to more than just the youngest in the audience. You like something like Wonka, for example, is a movie that I think adults and kids can like together. It's not a perfect movie, it's a flawed movie, but it's a good movie, and it has a real spirit to it, and a real joy, and a sense of humor. It's based on a nostalgic property, but they take it and they do something with it. There's none of that in this movie. They take this product and they make a shittier, inferior copy of it. It doesn't blaze its own path. It's just Chicken Run again, but less funny. That's all it is. That's it. I'm done. Sorry, Luke. I can't agree with you on this one, man. I just can't.
I don't care at this point, honestly. I really just don't.
And don't be upset with me, because, you know...
I'm not upset at you.
What's up? I like it. Well, cool. Good for you, Jared. You're in a majority of people who are blinded by nostalgia. Super duper.
Thank you, Jared.
That doesn't make the movie good. Doesn't make the movie good. I want to let you guys in on a little secret. Your opinion matters more than Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes doesn't know dick. If this doesn't prove it, nothing will. However, I have to be perfectly honest with you. I feel like Wonka is going to be my film of the week by default, because it's looking like both Finest Kind and The Boys in the Boat are also really not very good, based on the reviews I've seen, which is too bad, because they also have talented people involved in them.
Well, this one's like Wonka's like undisputed for me. Like that one's like already the winner. Like
Wonka's good. Wonka's actually good. And the thing is that the low, there are flaws in the movie, but the flaws don't make the movie worse. The flaws don't make the movie bad. And the good parts of it outseed it's worth the price of admission just for the "You've never had chocolate like this before" song alone. That's great. The way it's written, that's of all the moments that came closest to the Paddingtons for me, the Paul King Paddington movies, that was the one. All the way down to all the cameos from the cast of Ghosts. I mean, that just made it perfect. The freaking Charlotte Ritchie showing up for 5 seconds to sing part of the song. Very, very fun. And also just it had a good heart. And it blazed its own path. It took a character we know and it did something fresh with it. And this movie doesn't. But that being said, also one more thing before we do trailer trash and shawarma. And there's no trailer trash and there's no shawarma. So there, I said it. Zachary Levi, fire your fucking agent, bro. I like you, but I'm not liking your choices this year. Between this, Shazam, and Teddy's Christmas. Seriously, bro. Fire. And here's the thing. This movie's not bad. I actually like this movie fine. But you're in trouble when you're an actor as good as Zachary Levi and you do 4 movies in a year and the only good one is Spy Kids 5. Is the closest thing you have to a decent movie in your filmography that year. Come on, Zachary Levi. You're better than this, bro.
Okay, well, let's just leave it there.
Yeah, let's leave it there. Tomorrow we will have a review of Finest Kind. I love Jenna Ortega, and she usually can do
that. Was one of the reasons why I was really looking forward to watching it.
And I love Ben Foster too. And
and Tommy Lee Jones. Like,
is Tom? Yeah, he is.
Yeah, Tommy Lee Jones.
And it's directed by the guy who wrote LA Confidential, and it's produced by Taylor Sheridan. Like, what the fuck? Is it really bad? These are all really good people.
And then The Boys in the Boat's not getting good reviews. That's shocking.
But here's the other thing. I think I'm going to like it, and I'll tell you why. I actually think George Clooney is kind of an underrated director. There are a lot of movies that critics really hate of his that I really liked. Like, can I be real with you? I'm probably the only one I know who has this opinion. I kind of love Suburbicon. It's a mess.
Dude, me too.
Thank you. Thank Jesus. Dude. It's a mess. Don't get me wrong. It's messy.
Yes.
And it doesn't, not every part moving part works all the time, but it's original and its humor is fun and it's funny and it has a genuinely original, unpredictable plot path to it. And also, I love Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. That's one of my favorite comedies. I think that's with Sam Rockwell as the dude who hosts the. That's the one where about the guy who hosts the Gong Show, and it's like he secretly was a spy. It was like a conspiracy theory, and so it's a what if story of if he really was an FBI agent, but he was also the host of the Gong Show. That was good.
Right.
And then Good Night and Good Luck is a great movie. I love that movie.
You actually want to talk about? You actually want to know a movie from George Clooney that I like that I kind of grew up with?
But
I don't care if I don't care what anyone says. I actually like The Monuments Men.
Me too.
I like it. It's not that bad of a movie.
I don't think it's a great.
I thought it was entertaining.
I don't think it's a great movie, but it's definitely a good movie. It's a movie I can watch.
It's entertaining.
Yeah, it is. And I haven't seen the last one he did. I still haven't seen that one, the one where he's in space. What was that called? Like Midnight Sky?
Oh God, that movie? Ugh.
Not the one with Bella Thorne. I'm talking about the one where he goes into with Felicity Jones, where it's
that's the Midnight Sky.
Oh, was that bad? Because I've heard
that movie was so boring.
Oh, really? What the?
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It was so boring.
Hold up.
I didn't like that one.
Hold up.
I'll give you this though. The visuals were good.
Dude, what? Hold on. I'm recording. What do you want, bro?
We're getting interruptions during a
yeah, we are
live
getting interruptions during the because people don't know how to look at a sign. All right, yeah, we're gonna call it a night. George Clooney's an underrated director. Like, subscribe. I love you all. I appreciate you all.
But wait, I forgot to announce something. I almost forgot.
Okay,
what we got coming up on Sunday.
You go ahead and tell them. I'm gonna put out this fire.
All right. Sunday, everybody, watch along for Dumb Money. So,
what time?
Grant might be showing up, may not. We'll see.
What time on Sunday I might be showing up?
It's at 7:30.
If you guys could do it at 8, I could absolutely show up. I don't know if you can.
You know what? Because you're my best bud, I'll do it for you.
Really? Because the movie's not very long. It's like an hour 40, isn't it? It's not terrible.
Yeah, it's not that long, so
yeah.
I'll do it for you.
Just so I can get my review of Boys in the Boat out on time, and it's not. I don't have to delay it. That's the only thing. Anywho, but yeah, I didn't like Chicken Run. This guy liked it, and but here's the thing. I love you all. Take care of your mental health. It's important. Be kind to one another. I know I wasn't as kind to Luke, but it's all in good fun, and some of it is very rehearsed. Some of it. But yeah, but here's the big question now. What did you think of Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Think your opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Or Luke's full of shit? Comment below, let me know. And, well, I have to say that, Luke, you're reviewing it with me. Also, can I be real with you about something real quick? We're not doing trailer trash because I just don't have time because apparently I need it elsewhere. But one of the trailers I got with Wonka was for that movie If, the John Krasinski.
Yeah, I saw part of that and I was like, dude, that actually looks pretty good.
No, I was gonna say it does look good. It actually, I like the design of the animation. I like the way it looks. But then I had this thought. I hadn't seen the trailer until we saw it in the theater because I literally got up and I was bolting it and I saw the post. I was like, oh yeah, this is that Ryan Reynolds movie. And I sat there with Ben watching it, and I said, oh yeah, actually, this is pretty good. And then I had this. I took like 30 seconds. I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? And I turned to him and he goes, what? He goes, it's Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. It is literally the same plot.
I was gonna say
Ryan Reynolds and John Krasinski, you sneaky bastards. You've been watching your kids' cartoons, haven't you? You got some inspiration elsewhere.
They definitely want to do that for the kids, dude.
I have to say that last gag also was pretty fucking hilarious with the marshmallow where its eyes were drooping down. He goes, look in his eyes. It goes, But look at his eyes. Which one? You know damn well which one. It's like, I love Ryan Reynolds. I'm sorry. That dude is just an easy...
Even if he does do his continuous shtick, he's still charming. Like, you guys got to give him that. He has charm.
And guess what, nerds? The Adam Project wasn't bad.
And also, really speaking of which, of movies that get too much hate, Free Guy wasn't bad either. Like,
you liked Free Guy more than me, but I liked it. I liked Free Guy.
I think that one gets a bit too much hate, to be honest with you.
It was a moderate disappointment, but I thought it wasn't all it could have been, but I think that what it did really, really well.
And I agree with you. Adam Project is underrated. Like, that's a good...
I kind of wish that there was more humor, like the stuff with the woman who's literally the trophy, and they do the thing about how she becomes a feminist. Because that was genuinely really funny. The Camille Caustic bit where he's like, oh, like what happened? He goes, everybody's changing in the game. Yeah, she wrote the feminist manifesto. I mean, it's a little slow in parts, but yeah, it has some good shit in there. It's like, okay, that's cool. And the stuff like the NPC coffee house worker who panics and has an existential crisis because he orders something different for the first time ever. Like, stuff like that. That was funny. And then, like, they're doing, like, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. He goes, I'm going to finally I'm going to make a cappuccino. Finally make a cappuccino.
But I was going to say, I know you don't got time for it. I was going to say, I know you said you didn't have a little bit, like time for trailer trash. I got 3 trailers, and it's going to be really, really quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got in front of Wonka. Migration, I'm looking forward to it. Might see it next weekend.
They're spamming that trailer too much, though. It's kind of making me...
I can agree with you, but I'm still looking forward to it.
Did you get that really obnoxious singing one, though? Because that's what I got with Wonka. That freaking... Where it's all the birds singing in really high-pitched voices, like the Christmas Carol.
No, I didn't get that one, no.
Oh, okay.
I always get the one with the very ending, which is one of my favorite trailer endings. Like, no, it's from the first trailer with Aquafina, like where she's like, "Ha ha, you missed, bus," and then she gets hit again.
Yeah.
Okay, so then Inside Out 2 looks good. I'm looking forward to it. It's not necessary, but I'm like,
it's absolutely not necessary. But I'm cautiously,
I think it looks okay.
I'll say this: I appreciate the fact that the new emotion is anxiety, and that she has literal baggage. That was funny.
I'm a person that has anxiety myself, dude.
Me too.
You're looking at me.
Isn't that also like someone cool does her voice? Because I remember them announcing that.
I need to look into that in a little while.
I think it's Maya Hawke.
It sounds like it to me, but yeah. I don't know. I need to look into that. And last but certainly not least was the Garfield movie. It looks fun. Like, honestly, I'm excited.
The part where they play horror movie music when he first tries lasagna and he like terrorizes the Italian restaurant was pretty freaking funny. I'm not gonna lie.
and then cuts to him. And that's how I adopted John.
But I do kind of agree with the criticism though that Chris Pratt is just Chris Pratt again in this. I wish he did try to do a little more of a Garfield voice, just a little bit. But
I've literally never jumped. It's kicked out of the train.
When he's about to eat the lasagna and he goes, like, this is going to get...
I apologize in advance. For eating you're about to see will not be pretty.
This is going to get nasty.
And if you have young children, this would be a good time for them to leave the room.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, well played there, Garfield.
Can I give you a hot take? The first Bill Murray Garfield, I actually think is not a bad movie. I actually think it's kind of funny.
The second one, I think, is honestly so bad it's good. Like, it's really bad.
The second one is just kind of nothing to me, but the first one has some genuine... Because Bill Murray is at least kind of giving a shit in that one, so there is...
Right, but you want to know the part in the second one that got me?
But
it's like, Odie, no, don't do the ugly American thing.
Yeah.
And then he starts chasing him like, the British are coming, the British are coming.
Also, so the first Alvin and the
Chipmunks got me pretty good, dude. I'm not gonna lie, that gets me.
The first Alvin and the Chipmunks is pretty funny too.
That one's all right. Like it's
not bad.
Nothing great, but it's all right. Like,
it at least adheres to the lore of... Wow, I said the lore of Alvin and the Chipmunks, but it does.
You said it.
I did. But Garfield... Also, Garfield, its existence is great because it led to one of the funniest off-the-path lines from Robot Chicken ever, which is when they did in season 1. It was like the season 1 finale. They were doing the "you can't do that on television" parody, and they were doing this lame joke. And Breckin Meyer apparently had to go all the way into the recording booth to do it. And they do like a blooper where he's just like, "Wait a minute, is this the only part of the skit I'm in? I spent an hour and a half getting here. Granted, it was in a Benz, but this is horse shit." Then he goes, "No, fuck you." He goes, "You can kiss my ass." And then he walks away and goes, "I was in Garfield, motherfuckers." That was great.
I was gonna say, bro, like, oh my
Okay, dude,
god.
Sadly, guys, I have to go because I'm getting bombarded. So,
But I'm getting bombarded. It's late at night. Do not distract me.
all right, take care, everyone.
I just had to pull one of those. Sorry.
That's fine. Take care, everyone. Thanks for coming, Luke.
Yep, no problem, buddy.
Peace.